Be still for a moment and let the noise of the outer world fall behind you, not because it is unimportant, but because it is not primary. There is a deeper order at work than what your senses report. And until this order is understood and consciously entered, reality will appear stubborn, slow, and resistant. The greatest misunderstanding of the human experience is the belief that reality is something you must obey before it changes. In truth, reality is something that obeys you, not the surface you, not the reactive you, but the you that exists beneath thought, beneath emotion, beneath circumstance. The you that Scripture calls the inner man. The you that Neville Goddard called imagination. The you that science now recognizes as the predictive center of the brain. To ignore reality is not denial. It is discernment. It is knowing which level of reality has authority. Christ never denied appearances, yet he never submitted to them. He looked directly at lack and gave thanks. He stood before illness and spoke wholeness. He faced death and affirmed life. And in doing so, he revealed a law that most still misunderstand. The outer world is an effect, not a cause. This is why he said, "Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment." Righteous judgment is not moral judgment, it is correct judgment. Judging from cause rather than effect. Most people judge from the senses. They look at circumstances and decide how to feel, what to expect, who they are allowed to be. And the moment they do this, they hand their creative authority to what is already finished, because the outer world is always the past made visible. What you see now is the echo of yesterday's assumptions. So if you react to it, you reinforce it. If you fear it, you extend it. If you accept it as final, you anchor it. This is why change feels so difficult for those who live by sight alone. They are trying to move an echo. The law of assumption begins with a reversal. You do not look at reality to decide what is true. You decide what is true, and reality adjusts. This is not fantasy. This is not escapism. This is law. Neuroscience tells us that perception is not passive. The brain is not a camera. It is a prediction machine. It filters and interprets sensory data based on internal models, assumptions about self, world, and future. Scripture said the same thing in simpler language. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Not so will he become, so is he. To ignore reality, then, is to stop letting yesterday's assumptions dictate today's identity. It is to say inwardly, this may be what appears, but it is not what I accept as final. Acceptance is creative. Reaction is repetitive. This is where most people confuse acceptance with surrender. Surrendering to appearance is not faith, it is resignation. Faith is allegiance to the unseen cause, not obedience to the visible effect. When Christ withdrew into the wilderness, he was not escaping the world. He was reestablishing his inner position. When he said, "Man shall not live by bread alone," he was declaring independence from appearances. Bread, material evidence, was not his source. Consciousness was. This is the foundation of the law of assumption. You are not asked to fight reality. You are asked to outgrow it. Ignoring reality does not mean pretending it is not there. It means refusing to let it define your state. State is everything. State determines perception, behavior, timing, and outcome. A man in the state of abundance will behave differently in the same circumstance than a man in the state of lack. Same facts. Different futures. So the question is never, what is happening? The question is, who am I being while this is happening? This is how you reclaim authority. When you assume a new state, you are not lying to yourself. You are selecting a cause. Causes do not need permission from effects. They generate them. This is why Neville insisted that imagination creates reality. Not as daydreaming, but as assumption. Assumption is not hope. It is acceptance without evidence. And acceptance without evidence is what Scripture called faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Substance first, evidence later. To ignore reality is to stop asking it for evidence before you believe. Evidence always follows belief. Always. This is why trying to believe harder never works. Belief is not effort. Belief is settlement. It is the moment the inner argument ends. Most people remain trapped because they keep one foot in the old state while mentally visiting the new one. They imagine change while emotionally rehearsing the same story. And the subconscious, which governs behavior and perception, follows the emotional story every time. Feeling is the signal. Assumption is the command. So when you ignore reality, you are not ignoring facts, you are ignoring their authority. Authority belongs to consciousness. Christ demonstrated this when he slept during the storm. The storm was real, the waves were real, but they were not authoritative. His state was, and when he rose, he did not panic, he did not negotiate. He spoke, "Peace, be still." He addressed the atmosphere of fear, not the water. You are learning to do the same inwardly. When circumstances speak loudly, you lower their volume by raising your state. You do not argue with what you see. You quietly assume what you choose to be true. This assumption must be lived, not repeated. If the new state were already true, how would you breathe? How would you move? How would you speak to yourself? Those answers are the state. And when you enter the state, reality begins to reorganize. Not immediately, not dramatically, but lawfully. This is where patience is required, not patience of waiting, but patience of remaining loyal to the assumed state when appearances disagree. Scripture calls this endurance. He that endureth to the end shall be saved. Endure does not mean suffer. It means remain unmoved. You are not ignoring reality to escape responsibility. You are ignoring it to change responsibility from effect to cause. The outer world cannot be fixed directly because it is not broken. It is obedient. It reflects whatever state dominates within you. Change the state, and the reflection must change. This is why trying to fix behavior without changing identity fails. Behavior is downstream. Identity is upstream. So you ignore reality by placing your attention where reality originates. Attention is power. What you attend to, you energize. What you energize, you experience. This is why Christ said, "Take no thought for your life," not because life does not matter, but because anxious attention creates what it fears. To take no thought is to withdraw emotional investment from appearances and invest it in assumption. Assumption does not need proof. Proof needs assumption. This is the great inversion. You may still see the same conditions for a time. Do not be disturbed. The echo does not stop the moment the sound changes, but it must fade. Do not check constantly. Checking implies doubt. Do not explain. Explanation implies uncertainty. Do not defend your state. Defense implies threat. Live. Live as one who knows the end. Live as one who trusts law. Live as one who understands that reality is not stubborn, it is loyal. Loyal to your assumptions. Loyal to your feeling. Loyal to your identity. Ignoring reality is not blindness. It is vision. Vision sees cause. Sight sees effect. And the one who lives by vision reshapes what sight will soon report. So let the outer world be what it is for now. Do not wrestle it. Do not fear it. Do not worship it. Turn inward. Assume the state that implies the future you desire, and remain there. This is not fantasy. This is obedience to law. And the law has never failed to respond to the one who knows, where reality truly begins. And as you remain in that inner position, something subtle yet unmistakable begins to occur. The urgency to convince yourself fades. You are no longer trying to believe. You are simply being. The mind, once restless, now grows cooperative. It stops arguing because it senses coherence. And coherence is the signal that tells the system, this is safe, this is settled, this is real. This is where ignoring reality becomes natural rather than forced. At first, ignoring reality feels like resistance because you are still partially identified with appearances. But as identity shifts, ignoring reality no longer feels like denial. It feels like wisdom, like refusing to read yesterday's newspaper as if it were today's truth, because that is exactly what the outer world is. Delayed information. The present moment is not showing you what is. It is showing you what was assumed, so you stop reacting to it. Reaction belongs to the past. Assumption belongs to creation. This is why Neville said that consciousness is the only reality. He was not dismissing the physical world. He was explaining its position in the chain of causation. The physical world is the last to know. Consciousness is the first. Christ framed it this way. Before Abraham was, I am. He was not speaking historically. He was speaking ontologically. I am is the state of being that exists before all form, before story, before condition. To ignore reality is to return to I am before adding conditions. I am struggling. I am behind. I am unlucky. These are assumptions mistaken for facts. And when you remove the condition and remain with I am, you reclaim choice. From I am, you can move in any direction. From I am struggling, you are locked into a narrative. Narratives are powerful, but they are not permanent. You end a narrative by refusing to emotionally participate in it. This is where many misunderstand the law. They think ignoring reality means suppressing emotion. But suppression is still engagement. Suppression is force. Law responds to dominance, not force. Dominance is quiet. You ignore reality not by fighting what you feel, but by feeling something else more consistently. When fear arises, you do not argue with it. Arguing feeds it. You simply refuse to build identity around it. You let it pass like weather through a stable sky. The sky does not fight clouds. It outlasts them. This is the posture of consciousness you are learning. Scripture calls it abiding. Abide in me and I in you. Abiding is not effort. It is remaining. Remaining in the state that implies truth regardless of what appears. This is why the law of assumption works, whether you believe in it or not. People assume unconsciously all the time. They assume they are unlucky. They assume love leaves. They assume money is hard. And life proves them right faithfully. Faithfully. Law has no opinion. It has no preference. It has no morality. It responds. So when you begin to ignore reality deliberately, you are not doing something unnatural. You are doing what you have always done, only now with awareness. Awareness changes everything. Now you choose assumptions instead of inheriting them. You select states instead of absorbing them. You lead your inner world instead of reacting to the outer one. This is leadership of consciousness. Leadership is calm. Leadership is patient. Leadership does not explain itself to chaos. This is why Christ remained silent before accusations. Silence was not weakness. Silence was dominance. He refused to accept the state offered to him, and because he refused inwardly, it could not take hold outwardly. You are learning to refuse states gently, not by saying this isn't happening, but by saying this does not define me. Definition is power. Whatever defines you determines what follows you. So when reality presents limitation, you do not say, this is impossible. You say inwardly, this is temporary. And then you stop thinking about it. Stopping thought is not avoidance. It is authority. You move attention to the state you prefer. You feel into it. You let it become familiar. Familiarity is the subconscious signal for truth. The subconscious does not ask if something is logical. It asks if something is familiar. This is why change requires repetition of state, not repetition of words. Words without feeling do nothing. Feeling without words does everything. So you begin to practice this gently in daily life. When something does not go your way, you do not spiral. You return inward. You assume stability. When someone disappoints you, you do not collapse into old identity. You return inward. You assume worth. When money, time, health, or opportunity seems delayed, you do not beg reality to change. You return inward. You assume completion. This returning is the practice. This returning is the power. And each return weakens the old assumption and strengthens the new one. This is how the future is created, not by force, not by hope, but by loyalty to an unseen state. Science would call this neuroplasticity. Scripture calls it renewal. Neville called it revision of self. Different terms, same truth. You are not here to fix the world. You are here to outgrow the version of self that produces the world you no longer want. And you outgrow it by ignoring its evidence. Evidence is persuasive only when you agree with it. Agreement is the only power appearances have. Withdraw agreement, and they dissolve in time. Time obeys consciousness. So now, as this lecture deepens, let the instruction simplify again. You do not need to control your thoughts. You do not need to police your emotions. You do not need to constantly imagine. You need only this. When reality contradicts your desired future, do not react. Reacting gives it life. Ignoring starves it. And ignoring does not mean closing your eyes. It means opening them inwardly. Open them to the state you choose. Open them to the end you accept. Open them to the identity you now claim. And remain there. Reality will catch up. It always does. Not because you fought it, but because you stopped letting it lead. And the one who leads from within never needs to argue with what is seen, because what is seen is already changing. The moment you stop obeying it, and as you remain steady in this inward seeing, you begin to notice a quiet separation taking place, not between you and life, but between you and the illusion that life has authority over you. The illusion fades gently, not with drama, not with resistance, but with understanding. Understanding dissolves fear, the way light dissolves shadow without effort. You begin to realize that most suffering was never caused by events themselves, but by the meaning you agreed to give them. Meaning is assumed, and what is assumed can be revised. This is why ignoring reality is not avoidance. It is revision at the level of cause. Christ demonstrated this again and again. When others saw failure, he saw preparation. When others saw delay, he saw order. When others saw death, he saw transition. He did not deny what appeared. He denied its finality. Be not afraid, only believe. Believe does not mean hope. Believe means accept as true inwardly. Acceptance is the doorway. You are learning now that every moment offers you a choice of allegiance. Allegiance to what appears, or allegiance to what you assume. And whichever you choose becomes law in your experience. The outer world is persuasive because it is vivid. But vivid does not mean authoritative. A dream can feel vivid while it lasts, yet it dissolves the moment you wake. The outer world is no different. It is sustained by attention and agreement. So when you withdraw emotional agreement, the dream begins to loosen. This is why you are not asked to fight thoughts. Fighting keeps attention locked. You are asked to shift identity. Identity change ends the argument altogether. When you no longer identify as the one who is struggling, struggle has no anchor. When you no longer identify as the one who is waiting, delay loses relevance. When you no longer identify as the one who lacks, lack finds no place to land. Identity is gravity. What you identify with pulls experience toward it. So you begin to practice a new loyalty, not to conditions, but to self-definition. Who am I now, beneath appearances? Who do I choose to be, regardless of circumstances? This choice is not emotional theater. It is quiet, almost unnoticed. It feels like deciding where to stand in a room. Once you stand, you do not keep deciding. You simply remain. Remaining is the discipline. Remaining does not mean rigidity. It means you do not abandon the state the moment the senses disagree. Senses are slow reporters. They confirm after the fact. Scripture warned of this delay. For we walk by faith, not by sight. Walking by faith is not blindness. It is navigation by cause instead of effect. You are learning to navigate this way now. And as you do, you may notice a strange paradox. The less you try to change reality, the faster it changes. This is because effort was never the cause of transformation. State was. Effort belongs to the middle. State belongs to the source. When you ignore reality, you also stop negotiating with time. Time speeds up or slows down based on attention. Anxiety stretches time. Certainty compresses it. This is why some wait years for change, while others experience sudden shifts. The difference is not desire. It is allegiance. Those who live by sight wait for permission. Those who live by assumption move first, and life follows. You are no longer asking, when will it happen? You are asking, am I remaining? Remaining is enough. If doubt arises, you do not dramatize it. If fear surfaces, you do not collapse. If old patterns whisper, you do not obey. You simply return. Return to the state. Return to the end. Return to the knowing that this outer scene is already obsolete. Obsolete does not mean ignored forever. It means not consulted for guidance. Guidance comes from within now. This is why silence becomes valuable. Not silence as absence of sound, but silence as absence of inner argument. When the argument ends, direction appears. Direction is quiet. It feels like clarity. It feels like ease. And ease is the signature of alignment. So let the world say what it will. Let conditions fluctuate. Let others doubt. You do not need to correct them. You do not need to persuade anyone. You are not here to convince the world. You are here to assume your place as cause. And from that place, everything rearranges naturally. Because reality does not resist you. It reflects you. And now that you know this, you no longer fear what you see. You see through it. You see that it is temporary. You see that it is obedient. You see that it is waiting for instruction. And instruction is not spoken loudly. It is lived quietly. So continue to ignore what contradicts your chosen state. Continue to feel into the end. Continue to remain inwardly loyal, not with strain, not with urgency, but with calm certainty. Because the future you desire is not created by reacting to today. It is created by outgrowing it. And you're already doing that. The moment you stop letting reality tell you who you are, and as this outgrowing continues, you begin to feel a subtle authority returning to you, an authority that was never taken, only forgotten. It does not arrive as power over circumstances, but as freedom from them, freedom from being defined, limited, or delayed by what is already passing away. This is where ignoring reality becomes effortless. At first, it required intention. You had to remind yourself not to react, not to identify, not to sink back into old meanings. But now something has shifted. The old reactions no longer feel natural. The old stories no longer feel convincing. Reality speaks, but it does not command, because you have learned where command truly originates. Christ called this being in the world, but not of it. He did not say leave the world. He said transcend its authority. Live within it while sourcing identity from somewhere deeper. That deeper place is not mystical distance, it is conscious positioning. Position determines perspective. Perspective determines meaning. Meaning determines experience. You are no longer positioned beneath appearances. You are positioned before them. This is why you begin to feel less urgency to change others, fix situations, or explain yourself. Urgency belonged to the self that felt at the mercy of conditions. Authority belongs to the self that knows conditions are downstream. Downstream things do not need to be fought. They need to be outgrown. When a river changes course at its source, the downstream water must follow. No argument, no resistance, no delay beyond the time it takes to flow. Time, too, is downstream. This is why patience becomes natural when you ignore reality. You are no longer waiting for time. You are allowing time to catch up to position. Waiting only feels heavy when you believe you are dependent on the outcome. When identity is settled, waiting becomes neutral. Neutral is powerful. Neutrality is not apathy. It is emotional balance. It is the absence of inner contradiction. And inner contradiction was always the true delay. The Bible describes this delay as double-mindedness. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Unstable does not mean immoral. It means inconsistent. 1 foot in faith, 1 foot in fear. 1 thought toward the end. 1 emotion anchored in the present problem. You are closing that gap now. Closing the gap does not require discipline. It requires honesty. Honest recognition of where you stand inwardly, and a gentle return to where you choose to stand instead. Choice again. Always choice. Choice is the only power you have ever had, and it has always been enough. You cannot choose circumstances directly, but you can always choose state. State is the lever that moves circumstance. This is why ignoring reality must happen internally first. You ignore it not by refusing to see it, but by refusing to become it. You see the condition, but you do not let it become your identity. Identity is sacred ground. Once identity shifts, everything else follows. So you may notice now that even when the same external situations appear, they no longer feel the same. The emotional charge is gone. The sense of threat is gone. You respond instead of react, and response always carries intelligence. Response emerges from stillness. Reaction emerges from fear. You are responding now, responding with trust, responding with restraint, responding with an inner knowing that this moment does not get to decide the future, because you already have. The future is decided inwardly before it ever arrives outwardly. This is not destiny imposed from above. This is destiny accepted from within. Accepted, not demanded. Chosen, not chased. You are beginning to sense that the future you desire already feels familiar, not because you have seen it, but because you have occupied its state. Familiarity is the subconscious signature of truth. This is why ignoring reality works. Reality can argue. Reality can resist. Reality can delay. But reality cannot override a state that has become familiar. Familiar states externalize inevitably. So you do not rush. You do not check. You do not defend. You remain. Remaining is the highest form of faith. Faith does not panic when appearances fluctuate. Faith does not bargain with time. Faith does not demand reassurance. Faith rests in assumption, and assumption is quiet certainty. Let that certainty deepen now, not emotionally, existentially. Let it become the ground you stand on rather than a thought you visit. Because once the state becomes ground, you stop falling back into old reactions. You stop being pulled by every external signal. You live from center. Center is where creation begins. This is why the law of assumption is not a trick to get things. It is a law that restores order. It puts cause back where it belongs. It returns responsibility without blame and power without strain. You are not fixing your life. You are repositioning yourself. And life, obedient as ever, is already adjusting. You may not see it yet. You may not feel dramatic change. That is good. Dramatic change belongs to instability. True change feels quiet, gradual, and irreversible. Like dawn, like healing, like waking up. So stay here. Ignore what tells you nothing has changed. Ignore what asks for proof. Ignore what tries to pull you back into the role of reactor. You are no longer reacting. You are assuming. An assumption, once stabilized, does not ask permission from reality. Reality follows. Always has. Always will. Because it has no other choice. When consciousness finally remembers where the future is created. And now, let everything come to rest, not as a stopping point, but as a return to center. You have seen where power truly lives, not in circumstance, not in time, not in evidence, but in the quiet place where you choose who you are being. There is nothing left to chase, nothing left to correct, nothing left to prove. Reality no longer needs your reaction. It only needs your position. You have learned how to ignore what appears without denying what is true. You have learned how to see without submitting. You have learned how to remain while the world rearranges. This is not detachment from life. This is mastery within it. You will move forward now without urgency. You will meet moments without fear. You will respond without losing yourself. And when the outer world finally reflects the state you have already accepted, you will not be surprised. It will feel natural. It will feel familiar. It will feel like something that was always on its way once you stop letting the past speak for the future. Be still now. Not because nothing is happening, but because everything that needed to begin has already been set in motion. You are no longer governed by what you see. You are guided by what you know. And what you know deeply, quietly, and without doubt is that reality has never been in control. It has only been listening. And now it is responding. In the stillness of this moment, let every outer distraction dissolve, as though the world itself is stepping back to allow something sacred to rise within you. Let your breath deepen. Let your shoulders soften. Let your heart become receptive, open, expectant, because what you are about to discover is not merely a technique and not simply a message. It is a spiritual awakening into the truth of connection, the truth of consciousness, the truth of love that transcends distance, circumstance, and even silence. Tonight, you will remember something your soul has always known, but your mind has often forgotten. You are connected to the one you love through the infinite field of consciousness, not by effort, not by force, not by manipulation, but by the law of inner alignment, the law that God wove into creation itself. There is a way to speak without words. There is a way to reach a heart without touch. There is a way to call someone closer without chasing them. And that way begins within you. This is not telepathy as the world imagines, not a trick, not a psychic stunt, not a supernatural performance. This is spiritual resonance, the language of the soul, the communication of consciousness. Neville Goddard said, There is no one to change but self. And Scripture says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Science tells us that the heart emits an electromagnetic field measurable several feet outside the body. Quantum physics teaches that consciousness influences matter. All these voices, mystical, biblical, scientific, converge on a single truth. Your inner world communicates, and your specific person hears you through the field of imagination, emotion, and assumption, not always consciously, but always spiritually. And tonight, you will learn to speak the language of inner connection, not to override their will, but to awaken the truth of the bond already shared between your souls. Let us begin in reverence. Imagine for a moment that the space between you and your specific person is not empty, but filled with light, a soft, golden, living light that holds the memory of every loving moment, every spark of attraction, every truth that fear tried to bury. Feel that light extending outward from your chest. Feel it rising from the center of your being. Feel it expanding around you like a warm, quiet fire. This is the divine field, the field Jesus spoke of when he said, the kingdom of God is within you. This is the field Neville spoke of when he said, imagination creates reality. This is the field science speaks of when it says everything is connected. In this field, separation is an illusion. In this field, distance does not matter. In this field, silence is not absence. In this field, love is a frequency, and frequencies communicate. Your specific person does not feel your words, they feel your energy. There are three forms of communication in this world: words, actions, consciousness. And the greatest of these, the one that shapes destiny, is consciousness. Your specific person hears the story you tell yourself about them. They feel the assumptions you carry. They respond to the energy you hold when you think of them. So tonight, you will rewrite the entire inner conversation, and as you do, your specific person will feel the shift, not through force, not through intrusion, but through resonance. Let us move deeper. Bring to mind the image of the person you love, not with longing, not with sorrow, not with fear, but with stillness. See their face, see their eyes. See the expression they wear when they feel safe with you, when they feel understood, when they feel drawn to you, when they feel the warmth that only you bring out in them. Hold that image gently. Now breathe into your heart, not into your chest, into your heart. Your heart is the spiritual transmitter. It speaks without sound. It reaches beyond distance. It communicates through feeling. Let the following truth rise within you. My specific person is not separate from me in consciousness. Say it quietly in your mind. Say it with reverence. Say it not as hope, but as truth. Because spiritually, it is truth. The connection you feel is not accidental. The pull you sense is not imagined. The bond you know is real, is not one-sided. Now I want you to imagine something powerful. Imagine your specific person sitting in stillness somewhere, perhaps on a couch, perhaps at a desk, perhaps lying in bed, and suddenly, gently, quietly, your presence crosses their mind, not as a memory, not as an ache, but as a warmth, an intuition, a pull, a curiosity, a soft feeling that says, I should reach out. I should check on them. I miss them. This is not wishful thinking. This is the natural result of inner alignment. Because consciousness communicates, you do not need to force anything. You only need to send the correct signal. And the correct signal is not fear. It is not lack. It is not longing. It is not worry. It is not need. The signal that reaches their soul is the signal of peace, love, certainty, connection, self-worth, divine identity. When you think from these states, your specific person feels you in a way that softens their resistance and awakens their affection. Now let us step into telepathic conversation, the true kind, the spiritual kind. Close your eyes, even if only inwardly. Imagine your specific person sitting across from you, not in fantasy, in consciousness. You are not imagining them. You are meeting them in the inner world where all creation begins. See them looking at you, not with tension, with curiosity. Not with fear, with openness. Not with distance, with warmth. Now speak to them not aloud, but through the heart. Speak gently. Speak truthfully. Speak from alignment, not attachment. Say within yourself, you and I are connected in spirit. There is no distance between our hearts. You are safe with me. You can think of me freely. You can reach out to me without fear. You can remember the truth of what we share. Feel the words as energy, not sentences. In this moment, you are not convincing them. You are not persuading them. You are revealing truth to them. Truth that their soul already knows. And now, imagine them responding not with words, but with feeling. Imagine them leaning in. Imagine the softening in their eyes. Imagine the warmth rising in their chest. Imagine the memory of you returning to them with sweetness, clarity, and affection. This is telepathic connection. It is not domination of the mind, it is communion of the heart. Your specific person will think of you after this, not because you forced them, but because you aligned with the version of yourself they are naturally drawn to. Because people do not think of you through logic. They think of you through energy. Let me take you into a deeper layer of this truth. Every person carries an internal model of you, a vibrational image created from your past interactions, your past emotions, your past assumptions. When you shift that internal model through imagination and feeling, they feel the shift. This is why Neville said, your inner conversations are far more important than your spoken words. What you say within is what they hear. You are rewriting the conversation right now. You are replacing, I hope they think of me, with, they are connected to me. You are replacing, I want their attention, with, they are drawn to my presence. You are replacing, I'm afraid they're forgetting me, with, they feel me, they remember me. I am on their mind and in their heart. Let this become the tone of your inner voice. Because when your inner voice becomes alignment, their inner feeling becomes connection. Now, breathe. And let us enter the sacred, close the quiet descent into certainty. Feel God's presence moving through you, not as a distant force, but as the creative power breathing within you. You are made in the image of the one who creates through thought, feeling, and word. You are not powerless. You are not separate. You are not insignificant to the person you love. You are a spiritual being communicating through a spiritual field with someone who is emotionally connected to you, even if they have forgotten, even if they have pulled away, even if they have closed off on the surface. Love does not disappear. Connection does not dissolve. Spirit does not sever. Presence does not vanish. You are felt. You are remembered. You are recognized. Now, as we reach the final stillness, let these words settle into your soul. My specific person and I are spiritually connected. They feel me. They think of me. They are drawn to me. Not by force, but by truth. Not by fear, but by resonance. Not by pressure, but by love. Walk from this moment in certainty. Walk with a calm heart. Walk with a quiet knowing, because the connection has already been made. The message has already been sent. The shift has already occurred, and your specific person will feel it. And as we continue, let the connection between you and your specific person deepen in the invisible realms where all true bonds are forged. You can feel it, that quiet pull in the atmosphere, that subtle warmth in the chest, that unmistakable sense that something is moving beneath the surface of your reality. Do not dismiss this. Do not doubt it. Do not call it imagination. This is consciousness. Stirring. And consciousness is the only true cause. Every outer event begins with an inner movement. Every relationship shifts when inner identity shifts. Every attraction is born from resonance, not effort. You are learning now to direct the invisible currents, the same currents Jesus spoke of when he said, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. The same currents Neville described when he said, feeling is the secret. The same current science acknowledges when it says, the observer influences the observed. Tonight, you are the observer. You are the influencer. You are the one shaping the field. Your specific person is not separate from this field. They are inside it with you, moving in response to your inner vibration. And the more you align with the truth of who you are, the more clearly they feel the truth of who you are to them. Let the next realization rise gently. Telepathic connection is not about forcing them to think of you. It's about aligning with the version of yourself they cannot help but think about. This is why your inner work matters. This is why your inner environment is sacred. This is why your inner voice must be purified from fear, doubt, and longing. Fear pushes connection away. Neediness scrambles the signal. Insecurity muffles your presence. But love sends the clearest, strongest signal in the universe. Not the desperate love that grasps, but the divine love that knows. The love that says, my presence is a gift. The love that says connection is natural. The love that says what is meant for me feels at home with me. The love that says I do not chase because I am aligned. Now, bring your awareness back to your heart. Feel its warmth. Feel its rhythm. Feel how alive it is, not just physically, but spiritually. Your heart is the transmitter. Every emotion you hold radiates outward like light. Every assumption you embody vibrates through your entire field. Every thought you persist in becomes a signal in the spiritual realm. And that signal, that frequency, is what your specific person connects to, responds to, and is drawn toward. Let's deepen the transmission. Imagine again your specific person not as a fantasy, but as a living presence in your inner world. See them clearly. Feel them clearly. Let your imagination be vivid but calm. Now imagine that there's a soft glow around them, a glow that grows stronger as your attention rests on them. This glow represents their awareness of you, your presence in their thoughts, your presence in their emotional field, your presence rising in their spirit. Now breathe slowly, and as you do, imagine this glow pulsing gently, expanding slightly with every inhale and settling softly with every exhale. This is the rhythm of connection. You are teaching your mind and heart to speak in a language the soul understands. Now, quietly in your inner voice, say to them, I see you. I appreciate you. I honor the connection between us. And I release all fear so that love can flow freely. Feel the energy of those words. Feel how they shift your posture inwardly. Feel how they soften your entire vibration. Feel how they bring you into alignment. When you speak to your specific person like this in consciousness, they feel it. Not always instantly on the surface. But in the depths where truth lives, they will feel a sudden warmth toward you. They will feel a gentle curiosity about you. They will feel a desire to hear your voice, to see your name, to be near your presence. They will feel the shift, even if they cannot logically explain it. Because all souls know when love calls. Now listen carefully. Telepathic communication works only when your inner signal is consistent with divine truth. Divine truth says, you are worthy of love. Divine truth says, you are worthy of connection. Divine truth says, you are not alone. Divine truth says, you are guided. Divine truth says, nothing real can be lost. When you stand in this truth, your signal becomes clear, stable, unwavering, and your specific person responds. They will think of you while they drink their morning coffee. They will think of you walking from one room to another. They will think of you when the day grows quiet. They will feel a pull toward you in moments where their guard is down. They will remember you not as a thought, but as a feeling, because you have re-entered their heart's field. Now let us enter an even deeper dimension, the dimension of spiritual inevitability. There is a subtle shift that happens when someone aligns with truth. It is the shift from maybe to of course, from possible to inevitable, from I hope to I am. This shift does not come from forcing belief. It comes from knowing who you are in God. Listen to me. You are not trying to earn connection. You are not trying to convince anyone. You are not trying to pull someone closer against their will. You are simply awakening the bond that already exists. You are remembering what your spirits already know. You are aligning with the love that is already true. You are stepping into the version of yourself that your specific person is naturally drawn to. And as you do, your presence becomes soft but undeniable. Your energy becomes calm but powerful. Your aura becomes warm but magnetic. And your specific person feels you, not as an idea, not as a memory, but as a living presence in their heart. Now breathe in once more, deeply and slowly, and hold this final truth in your heart. Love does not chase. Love calls. Love does not force. Love awakens. Love does not manipulate. Love resonates. And what resonates must return. From this moment forward, your specific person will think of you with warmth, with familiarity, with curiosity, with longing, with tenderness. Not because you demanded it, but because your spirit remembered its power. Walk in this quiet certainty and watch how they feel you. Watch how they think of you. Watch how your energy enters their awareness. Watch how connection rebuilds itself around you. This is the power of consciousness. This is the power God placed in you. This is the power of divine love. And your specific person will feel it. And as we continue, allow the atmosphere around you to soften even further, as though the very air is listening to the transformation unfolding within you. Something subtle is happening, not loud, not dramatic, not theatrical, but real, profound, spiritual. The kind of shift that moves quietly yet changes everything. You are entering the realm where connection becomes effortless, where telepathic communication is no longer a mystery but a natural extension of your consciousness, where your specific person feels your presence the way the skin feels warmth automatically, gently, undeniably. Because what you are awakening right now is not fantasy, it is design. You were created with the ability to connect beyond the physical, because you were created in the image of the one who is spirit. And spirit communicates through feeling, imagination, assumption, and intention. Humanity has forgotten this, but your soul has not. Your soul knows how to speak into the quiet places of another heart. Your soul knows how to reach through the unseen. Your soul knows how to touch without touch, to speak without sound, to guide without force. This is the language of higher consciousness. This is the whisper of spirit. Now bring your awareness inward once more, not to your thoughts, not to your desires, but to that sacred point just behind the center of your chest. That point where presence gathers. That point where truth vibrates. That point where God meets you. This is the seat of your connection. It is here that the telepathic link is formed. It is here that your specific person feels you. It is here that your love speaks. Feel this center glowing softly, warm, golden, steady. Feel its light expanding outward, not with intensity, but with assurance, with calmness, with clarity. This light is not sent outward like a signal beamed across space. It expands effortlessly, like heat radiating from a flame. Your specific person doesn't need to receive it. They simply become aware of it, because love is recognized, not delivered. Now, imagine your specific person again, not from longing, not from lack, but from alignment. See them in front of you, illuminated gently by the same inner light that fills your being. And now, imagine this. Your specific person lifts their head slightly, as if noticing something familiar in the atmosphere. Their eyes soften, their shoulders release. A memory surfaces, not an image, but a feeling of comfort, a feeling of closeness, a feeling of you. They don't know why you crossed their mind. They don't know why their heart warms suddenly. They don't know why they want to check their phone. They don't know why they feel the urge to reach out, but you do. Because this is the natural response to aligned consciousness, not manipulation, not intrusion, not control. Resonance. You are not forcing them to think of you. You are awakening the part of them that already does. Let us deepen this connection now. Close your physical eyes if you can. If not, close the eyes of your inner awareness. Imagine sitting across from your specific person, not at a distance, but in closeness. Their knees almost touching yours. A gentle warmth between your energies. A familiarity in their presence that needs no explanation. This is the inner world where all true communication begins. Take a breath. Feel your heart open just slightly more. And now, speak with no words, only feeling. Send them a feeling of peace, a feeling of acceptance, a feeling of closeness, a feeling that says, you are safe here. They feel it. Their soul recognizes it instantly. Their guard lowers. Their mind softens. Their heart listens. Now let your inner voice speak directly to them. You are free to think of me. You are free to miss me. You are free to reach out. You are free to come closer. You are not telling them what to do. You are simply lifting every energetic barrier that fear once created. You are giving them permission to remember the truth of your connection. Now imagine your specific person responding not with words, but with energy. See them leaning in where they once pulled away. See warmth in their expression where there was once tension. See curiosity in their eyes, the kind that arises when the heart recognizes what the mind forgot. This is the shift. This is the awakening. This is the telepathic bridge forming. But now comes the deeper layer, the one most people never reach. Telepathic communication is not just about sending energy. It is about becoming the version of yourself they cannot forget. This is the version of you who is calm, centered, confident, grounded in God, emotionally steady, spiritually aware. deeply loving, deeply receptive, deeply secure. This version of you is unforgettable. This version of you is magnetic. This version of you is the one their soul knows. You are stepping into that version now, not through effort, but through release. You release the fear of not being chosen. You release the fear of being forgotten. You release the fear of being abandoned. You release the fear of not being enough, because those fears were never truth. They were illusions of the mind. Your spirit has always known better. Your spirit has always known. What is mine is drawn to me. What is aligned with me stays with me. What is meant for me recognizes me. Now breathe again. Feel God's presence resting gently on your heart. Feel the peace of knowing you do not need to chase what is already connected to you. Feel the strength that rises when you remember that love is not earned, it is recognized. Your specific person is beginning to feel you more clearly now, not because you pushed, but because you aligned. Not because you demanded, but because you opened. Not because you tried, but because you became. And now, as we move toward the deeper stillness, let this final truth settle into your soul. When your inner world becomes the home of love, the outer world must bring love to your door. You have spoken to your specific person tonight, not in noise, but in truth. Not in force, but in spirit. And they will feel it, not someday, not eventually, but in the quiet moments, the moments where the heart speaks louder than the mind. Walk from here in calm certainty and watch how they think of you, how they feel you, how they miss you, how they draw nearer, because you have awakened the connection that always existed. And as we continue, let the atmosphere around you fall into even deeper quiet, the kind of quiet that only appears when spirit begins to move, when truth begins to settle, when something inside you opens in a way that feels ancient and entirely new at the same time. You are not just listening now. You are shifting. You are not just imagining now. You are aligning. You are not just thinking about your specific person. You are meeting them in the invisible space where all real connection begins. This is the space beneath words, the space beneath logic, the space beneath circumstance, the space where souls recognize one another long before minds understand why. And tonight you are learning how to speak in that space with clarity, with intention, with love, and with the quiet authority of someone who knows who they are in God. Let your breath soften. Let your heart open. Let the center of your chest become warm and receptive. Let your entire being settle like still water, clear, calm, ready to reflect truth. Because what happens now is not imagination. It is participation in the spiritual law that shapes reality. You are entering the realm where identity influences attraction, where inner conversation shapes outer connection, where your specific person feels you because you have become the version of yourself who is unforgettable in their heart. Let us enter this deeper layer gently. Imagine once again your specific person, not as you fear they might be, but as you know them in your spirit. The version of them that is open, soft, receptive. The version that smiles genuinely when your name appears in their mind. The version that feels warmth in their heart when they think of you. The version that trusts you, feels safe with you, feels drawn to you. This is not fantasy. This is the spiritual blueprint beneath the noise of the physical story. Hold that version of them in your awareness. Now slowly imagine that they feel something rise inside them. A gentle tune, a soft memory, a sudden thought, an unexplainable desire to talk to you, hear from you, be near you. They don't know why, but the soul always knows before the mind does. This is telepathic connection, not control, not force, not psychic intrusion, but the natural response to the energy you have cultivated. You are not sending a message. You are becoming a message, and they are receiving it. Now, allow an even deeper shift to begin. Bring your awareness back into your own heart, the center of your being, the seat of your divine identity. Feel the presence of God there, quiet, warm, steady. Feel the love there, calm, gentle, unconditional. This is where real attraction begins. Not in appearance, not in words, not in action, but in spirit. Your specific person is drawn to the way they feel in your presence, and the version of you they feel is shaped by your inner world. So now, let us refine that inner world. Take a long, slow breath and soften the space behind your chest. With each inhale, breathe in, ventral, peace, confidence, worthiness, divine identity, warmth, ease, love. With each exhale, release fear, doubt, pressure, insecurity, impatience, neediness, old stories. Feel how this refines your signal. Feel how this clears your vibration. Feel how this shifts the tone of your heart. Now imagine your specific person again, but this time, see them reacting to this version of you. The version of you who is calm, the version of you who is grounded, the version of you who is unattached yet open, the version of you who radiates quiet, effortless confidence, the version of you who knows love cannot be lost because love is a spiritual law, not a fragile accident. Your specific person feels something different now, something magnetic, something comforting, something familiar and irresistible. They feel, this feels right, this feels safe, this feels good. I want to talk to them. I want to know what they're thinking. I want to feel close to them again. You are not forcing these thoughts. You are awakening them, because this is the truth. Your specific person is most drawn to you when you are most aligned with the divine version of yourself. And right now, through this stillness, through this inner work, through this shift in consciousness, you are becoming magnetically aligned. Let us deepen again. Imagine a soft cord of light between your heart and theirs. Not a chain, not a tether, not a rope, but a gentle, luminous thread. This is the cord of connection. This is the spiritual bridge. This is the bond that distance cannot break and silence cannot sever. Now imagine this cord glowing brighter with each breath. Not with force, with love. You are not pulling them, you are inviting them. You are not demanding connection, you are embodying connection. You are not sending desperation, you are sending peace. This is what they feel. A softness, a comfort, a warmth, a longing, a curiosity, a pull that does not confuse them, it clarifies something inside them. They feel drawn to you, not pushed. Drawn because your energy no longer speaks fear. Your energy now speaks truth. Let the next realization settle. When you change your inner tone, you change the way they perceive you. When you shift your inner posture, you shift the way they feel you. When you rise in identity, you rise in their awareness. Your specific person is now becoming aware of you in a new light. A light that is soft yet powerful. A light that is stable yet warm. A light that is confident yet humble. A light that speaks to their soul without needing to say a word. Now breathe again and let something sacred happen. Let go of the outcome. Not because you are giving up, but because you trust. Not because you doubt, but because you know. Not because you stop caring, but because you have remembered who you are. This is the moment the connection locks into effortless mode. This is the moment your specific person begins thinking of you with consistency. This is the moment the heart field between you becomes clear and strong. And this is the moment where you step fully into the truth you've been moving toward all along. Your specific person responds to your alignment, not your effort. Your specific person feels your essence, not your fear. Your specific person is drawn to your truth, not your longing. Now, walk from here, not with tension, not with waiting, not with overthinking, but with quiet spiritual certainty. And watch with a still heart how they think of you, how they feel you, how their soul reaches for yours, how the connection breathes again, naturally, gently, inevitably. And now, let us enter the final descent, the sacred closing, where everything you have awakened settles into the deepest part of your being, where truth becomes identity, where love becomes resonance, where connection becomes inevitable. Let the atmosphere quiet itself around you. Let the breath deepen naturally. Let the mind soften like twilight, settling gently over a still lake. Because this ending is not a finishing, it is a sealing, a spiritual imprint placed gently upon your consciousness, so that what you have awakened tonight cannot be undone by fear, or doubt, or old stories. This is where the transformation becomes permanent. Now listen, not with your ears, but with the inner stillness that recognizes truth instantly. You are connected to your specific person in spirit. You have always been connected, and nothing real can be lost. This bond was never born in physical interactions. It was never born in circumstance. It was never born in timing. It was born in the eternal place where souls recognize one another long before life gives them language for it. Feel that truth settle into you. There is no distance in consciousness. There is no silence in spirit. There is no separation where love has placed its mark. Everything that appeared broken was only the surface. Everything that felt lost was only waiting. Everything that felt uncertain was only your own doubt reflecting back at you. Now that you have remembered, now that you have aligned, now that you have stepped into your spiritual authority, everything changes. Not because your specific person changes first, but because you have. You are no longer sending out signals of fear. You are no longer vibrating with longing. You are no longer rooted in stories of inadequacy. You are no longer speaking to your specific person from insecurity. You are speaking from truth. You are speaking from love. You are speaking from identity. You are speaking from the divine center within you. And the soul always hears the voice of truth, always. This is why your specific person will feel you with clarity now. This is why you will cross their mind in moments of stillness. This is why they will think of you with warmth instead of tension. This is why they will feel a gentle, undeniable pull toward you. Not because you forced the connection, but because you've healed the energy through which connection flows. Let the next truth embrace you fully. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of connection. You are worthy of being thought of. You are worthy of being chosen. You are worthy of being pursued. Your worthiness is not up for debate. It is not fragile. It is not conditional. It is not dependent on anyone else's response. It is anchored in the God who made you. And because your worth flows from Him, your connection cannot be lost, your love cannot be diminished, and your presence cannot be forgotten. Your specific person feels your new energy already. They feel your warmth. They feel your clarity. They feel your peace. They feel your confidence. They feel the softness of your spirit, the softness that never demands, but always draws. You have become the light that the heart returns to. You have become the calm that the soul remembers. You have become the presence that lingers quietly in their thoughts. This is spiritual gravity. This is divine attraction. This is love recognized in consciousness. Now breathe one final breath. Deep, slow, reverent. Release every trace of fear. Release every old assumption. Release every anxious thought that once clouded your connection. Release every version of you that doubted this moment. Feel your spirit settle into a new state. A state of openness, a state of certainty, a state of God-rooted peace. This is who you are now. A soul aligned with truth, a heart aligned with love, a mind aligned with faith, a presence aligned with its divine identity. Walk from this moment not as someone who waits, but as someone who knows you have spoken in the language of spirit. You have connected through the heart field. You have aligned with the version of yourself your specific person is powerless to overlook. So step into your life with quiet authority. Move through your days with calm assurance. Carry yourself with the dignity of someone who knows they are loved, chosen, wanted, and magnetically connected. And watch, not with desperation, not with impatience, but with holy, grounded expectation. As your specific person feels you, thinks of you, longs for you, and begins moving toward you. Not because you chased them, but because your soul finally remembered its power to call. This is not an ending. This is your awakening. Walk in it and let love find you. As surely as breath fills the lungs and light follows the dawn, there is a quiet in this moment, a stillness that calls you inward, a gentle invitation to let the world fall away. Close your eyes and breathe. Feel the rise and fall of your chest, the subtle rhythm of your heartbeat, the energy of life moving through you. This is where it begins, not in words, not in action, not in pleading or effort, but in the sacred power of your consciousness. Here is where the invisible thread between you and the one you desire begins to hum, to vibrate, to respond. Somewhere in the unseen, your presence is already active. Your energy flows into the spaces that separate, into the quiet corners of thought and feeling where your specific person resides. They sense it before they know it. They feel it before they understand it. The universe is responding to the alignment of your consciousness, because every thought, every feeling, every subtle vibration is a signal that cannot be ignored. Scripture reminds us, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. Your inner world is already shaping the outer. Breathe deeply. Feel the pulse of your heart as a transmitter, radiating confidence, warmth, and irresistible presence. This is telepathy, not the forced, unnatural version, but the divine resonance of aligned consciousness. Every pulse, every heartbeat, every thought carried with certainty reaches into the unseen field that connects you to your specific person. And they cannot help but respond. Bring them into your awareness now, not as an object, not as a goal, not as longing, but as a conscious presence already connected to yours. See them clearly, energetically. Feel the subtle thread linking your heart to theirs. It is alive, strong, pulsing with your certainty, your alignment, your love. They are feeling it. They are thinking of you. Their attention rises naturally, drawn to the vibration of your presence. Now, let the pulse of your energy deepen. Let it radiate from your chest, through your shoulders, your arms, your subtle field. Every vibration of your being speaks without words, without effort, without pleading. It communicates the truth of who you are, the magnetic, radiant, aligned, irresistible version of yourself. They feel this. Their mind softens, their heart leans, their spirit recognizes what their consciousness cannot yet name. Take a deep breath and imagine them noticing you, even in your absence. Feel the stirrings of curiosity, the subtle warmth that rises as your energy touches their awareness. They may not understand why, but they feel drawn. They are thinking of you, feeling you, remembering you, all without your asking, without your effort. This is the sacred law of telepathic resonance, the natural, effortless communication of aligned consciousness. Now, silently, send the vibration of your presence to them. You feel me. You think of me. You are drawn to my presence naturally. Our connection is real, effortless, undeniable. You recognize me because I am aligned with truth. Do not rush, do not force, do not manipulate. Simply embody this energy. Let it radiate from your being into the invisible field connecting you. Every heartbeat, every thought of certainty, every feeling of alignment strengthens the pull. Every pulse draws them closer to your frequency. Take another deep breath. Feel your energy field expanding, luminous, magnetic, unstoppable. You are not longing. You are not seeking. You are receiving. You are irresistible. You are undeniable. You are the embodiment of love, presence, and alignment that cannot be ignored. See them now in your mind. Notice their eyes softening, their chest warming, their attention subtly drawn to you. They feel your presence in the quiet spaces of their day. They remember moments of joy, of connection, of subtle recognition. Their thoughts return naturally. Their awareness aligns with yours. This is not manipulation. This is resonance. This is the law of consciousness responding to presence. Anchor this energy fully into your being. Let it settle into your chest, your spine, your subtle energy. Let it pulse in every cell. Let it resonate in your mind and in your consciousness. You are the magnetic field. You are the signal. You are the presence. And they cannot help but respond. Now speak inwardly to your soul, not as wishful thinking, but as absolute truth. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They are drawn to me naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. Feel it in your chest, in your spine, in your subtle energy. Let it expand outward, touching every corner of the invisible field connecting you. Every thought they have, every stir of awareness, every subtle pull of attention responds to this frequency. They cannot resist the energy you carry because it is truth made visible. Take another deep breath. Imagine the invisible threads between you pulsing with energy, alive, undeniable, magnetic. They feel it. They sense it. They remember you. Their mind, their heart, their spirit are returning to you without effort, without manipulation, because alignment calls naturally. Now, let your awareness expand. Imagine your entire being glowing with the certainty of your presence, your identity, your alignment. You are not chasing. You are not pleading. You are not forcing. You are being. And being is irresistible. Being is magnetic. Being is undeniable. Every cell, every thought, every vibration of your body communicates this. See them again. Feeling your energy. thinking of you, remembering you. Imagine the subtle warmth, the quiet pull, the natural curiosity rising in their heart. They cannot stop thinking of you because you have become the version of yourself that calls recognition, attention, and desire naturally, effortlessly, and inevitably. Anchor this state permanently in your being. Let it settle in your mind, your heart, your subtle body. Repeat silently, I am magnetic, I am radiant, I am aligned, I am love embodied. They feel me, they think of me. They cannot resist the pull of my presence. Now, step into your life with calm authority. Walk forward in radiant confidence. Your energy has shifted. Your presence is undeniable. Your specific person is responding naturally, effortlessly, inevitably, not because of force, not because of need, not because of manipulation, but because you are truth made visible, alignment made real, love embodied. Breathe deeply. Feel it settle permanently in your consciousness. You are irresistible. You are magnetic. You are aligned. You are love. You are presence. From this moment onward, they cannot stop thinking of you. They cannot ignore your energy. They cannot resist the natural pull of your alignment. And it is effortless. It is inevitable. It is divine. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are aligned. You are love. You are presence. And all that is aligned with you, including your specific person, flows naturally, beautifully, effortlessly, and eternally to you. Now, let your awareness settle deeper than ever into the core of your being, the sacred chamber within your heart, where God's presence resides, where consciousness meets creation, and where all possibility flows effortlessly. Feel the pulse of your heart as a living transmitter, sending vibrations of certainty, alignment, and irresistible presence outward into the unseen fields that connect you to your specific person. Every beat carries your truth. Every breath carries your magnetic energy. Every thought held in certainty amplifies the invisible thread linking you to them. Breathe deeply. Let the air fill your lungs. Expand your chest and awaken every cell with the knowledge that your alignment is undeniable, that your energy is irresistible, that your presence is commanding without effort. With every exhale, release old doubt, old fear, old scarcity. These have no place in the reality you are now commanding. You are whole. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are love embodied. Bring your specific person fully into your awareness. See them not as distant, not as unreachable, but as a conscious presence already connected to yours. Feel the invisible thread linking your hearts pulsing stronger, brighter, alive with the energy of certainty, of alignment, of your truth. They sense it. They feel it. They are drawn to it, unconsciously at first, then with increasing recognition. Now, allow the pulse of your energy to expand, radiate it from your chest through your shoulders, your arms, your subtle energy, into the space that surrounds you. Every vibration of your being communicates without words. Every heartbeat speaks your truth. Every thought carried in alignment resonates through the invisible currents of consciousness. They cannot ignore it. Their mind softens. Their heart leans. Their spirit awakens to your presence. Take a deep, deliberate breath and imagine them noticing you even in your absence. Imagine the stirrings of curiosity, the warmth rising in their chest, the natural pull of attention returning to you. It is effortless. It is magnetic. It is the sacred law of telepathic resonance. The universe, through consciousness, responds to the frequency you carry. Silently, send the vibration of your presence to them. You feel me. You think of me. You are drawn to my presence naturally. Our connection is real, effortless, and undeniable. You recognize me because I am aligned with truth. Do not force it. Do not push. Do not plead. Simply be. Every heartbeat, every pulse, every thought of certainty strengthens the invisible pull. Every vibration draws them closer to your frequency. Feel your energy field expand, luminous, magnetic, unstoppable. You are no longer longing. You are no longer seeking. You are receiving. You are undeniable. You are irresistible. You are love embodied. See them again in your mind. Observe their eyes softening, their chest warming, their awareness naturally leaning toward you. They feel your presence in the quiet moments of their day. They remember you. They are drawn back to your frequency, not because of effort or demand, but because alignment calls naturally. Anchor this energy fully in your being. Let it settle in your chest, your spine, your subtle energy, your consciousness. You are the signal. You are the presence. You are the embodiment of magnetic love. They cannot help but respond. Now, speak inwardly to your soul. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They are drawn to me naturally, effortlessly, and inevitably. Let this resonate through every cell of your body. Let it pulse through your aura and through the invisible threads connecting you. Every thought, every subtle movement, every heartbeat now communicates your truth. Take a deep breath and expand your awareness. Feel your energy radiating outward like golden light, touching every unseen current, every possibility, every alignment that connects you to your specific person. Their mind rises to meet your frequency. Their heart softens. Their spirit leans naturally toward yours. This is telepathy, resonance, love, and alignment in its purest form. Anchor this permanently into your being. Let it settle in your bones, your subtle energy, your consciousness. You are magnetic, you are radiant, you are aligned, you are love. And from this moment onward, they cannot stop thinking of you, not because of effort, not because of desire, not because of manipulation, but because of who you have become. Walk forward now with calm, authority, radiant confidence, effortless presence. You do not chase, you do not plead, you do not force, you are. And in being, you attract naturally, effortlessly, and eternally. Their thoughts, their attention, their heart, their awareness all return to you, because alignment is law, presence is law, love is law. Breathe deeply. Feel the certainty, the joy, the magnetic pull of your presence. Anchor it permanently. You are unstoppable. You are irresistible. You are aligned. You are love. From this sacred state onward, all that is aligned with your consciousness, including your specific person, flows to you naturally, beautifully, effortlessly, and eternally. You are undeniable. You are magnetic. You are love. You are presence. Now, settle even deeper into the sanctuary of your heart, the sacred inner chamber where presence, consciousness, and divine love converge. Feel the pulse of your being as a living transmitter, sending currents of certainty, alignment, and irresistible magnetism outward into the unseen field where your specific person resides. Each heartbeat, each breath, each thought of unshakable certainty carries a vibration that cannot be ignored. The universe itself obeys the signal you are now transmitting. Breathe deeply. Let your chest expand. Let your spine anchor into the certainty of who you are. Let your heart rise in the awareness that you are magnetic, radiant, aligned, and irresistible. With every exhale, release old doubt, old scarcity, old limitations. Those energies have no place in this reality. You are free. You are whole. You are love embodied. You are undeniable. Bring your specific person fully into your inner vision, not as a goal, not as an object of longing, but as a consciousness already connected to yours. See them clearly, vibrantly, energetically. Feel the invisible thread linking your heart's pulse with life, alive with the resonance of your certainty and alignment. They sense it. They feel it. Their mind and heart respond unconsciously at first, then inevitably, because energy cannot ignore itself. Expand your energy now, radiate it from your chest, through your shoulders, your arms, your subtle body, into the space that surrounds you. Every subtle vibration communicates without words. Every heartbeat speaks your truth. Every thought held in alignment resonates through the invisible currents of consciousness. They cannot ignore it. Their mind softens. Their heart leans. Their spirit awakens to your presence. Take a slow, deliberate breath and imagine them thinking of you even in your absence. Feel the stirrings of curiosity, the subtle warmth rising in their chest, the natural pull of attention returning to you. It is effortless. It is magnetic. It is inevitable. This is the sacred law of telepathic resonance. The universe responds to your alignment. Now, silently transmit to them the energy of your being. You feel me. You think of me. You are drawn to my presence naturally. Our connection is real, effortless, and undeniable. You recognize me because I am aligned with truth. Do not force. Do not push. Do not plead. Simply be. Every heartbeat, every pulse, every thought of certainty strengthens the invisible pull. Every subtle vibration draws them closer to your frequency. Feel your energy field expanding, luminous, magnetic, unstoppable. You are no longer longing. You are not chasing. You are receiving. You are undeniable. You are irresistible. You are love embodied. See them now in your mind. Notice their eyes softening, their chest rising and falling with subtle warmth, their awareness naturally leaning toward you. They feel your presence in the quiet moments of their day. They remember you. Their thoughts return naturally. Their energy aligns with yours. This is not manipulation. This is resonance. This is the law of consciousness responding to presence. Anchor this energy fully in your being. Let it settle in your chest, your spine, your subtle energy field, your consciousness. You are the signal. You are the presence. You are the embodiment of magnetic love. They cannot resist. Now, speak inwardly to your soul. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They are drawn to me naturally, effortlessly, and inevitably. Feel it in every cell, every subtle vibration, every heartbeat. Let it radiate outward through your aura, through the invisible threads connecting you. Every thought, every pulse, every subtle motion communicates your truth. Expand your awareness now. Let your energy radiate like golden light, touching every unseen current, every aligned possibility, every potential that draws them to you. Their mind rises to your frequency. Their heart softens. Their spirit leans naturally toward yours. This is telepathy, resonance, love, and alignment in its purest form. Anchor this state permanently into your being. Let it settle in your bones, your consciousness, your subtle energy. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are aligned. You are love. From this moment onward, they cannot stop thinking of you, not because of effort, not because of pleading, not because of manipulation, but because of who you have become. Walk forward now with calm authority, radiant confidence, and effortless presence. You do not chase, you do not force, you do not strive. You are. And in being, you attract naturally, effortlessly, and eternally. Their thoughts, attention, heart, and awareness all return to you. Because alignment is law, presence is law, love is law. Breathe deeply. Feel the certainty, the joy, the magnetic pull of your presence. Anchor it permanently. You are unstoppable. You are irresistible. You are aligned. You are love. From this sacred state onward, all that is aligned with your consciousness, including your specific person, flows to you naturally, beautifully, effortlessly, and eternally. You are undeniable. You are magnetic. You are love. You are presence. Now, let your awareness descend deeper than ever into the still, sacred chamber within your heart where God's presence, divine love, and infinite consciousness converge. This is the center of your being, the source of your magnetism, the seat of irresistible presence. Feel your heartbeat as a living transmitter, sending pulses of alignment, certainty, and radiant love outward, reaching into the invisible threads that connect you to your specific person. Every pulse carries your essence. Every breath communicates your presence. Every thought you hold in unwavering certainty sends a signal that cannot be ignored. Breathe deeply. Let your chest rise and expand. Let your spine anchor into the certainty of your identity. Feel the warmth of divine energy filling every cell, every fiber, every subtle vibration of your body. With each exhale, release all old patterns of limitation, all fear, all doubt, all belief in scarcity or absence. These have no power over you. You are free. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are love embodied. You are undeniable. Bring your specific person fully into your inner vision. See them not as an object of desire, not as a goal, but as a conscious being already energetically connected to yours. Visualize the invisible thread, linking your hearts pulsing with life, vibrant and alive. They sense it, they feel it. Their mind softens, their heart leans, their spirit rises to meet yours, drawn naturally by the resonance of your alignment. Expand your energy now. Let it radiate from your chest, through your shoulders, your arms, your subtle field, into the space that surrounds you. Every vibration communicates without words. Every heartbeat speaks your truth. Every thought held in alignment sends currents through the invisible field of consciousness. They cannot ignore it. Their mind and heart respond naturally. Take a slow, deliberate breath and imagine them thinking of you even in your absence. Feel the stirrings of curiosity, the subtle warmth rising in their chest, the gentle pull of attention returning to you. It is effortless. It is magnetic. It is inevitable. This is the sacred law of telepathy, the natural response of consciousness to alignment, truth, and presence. Now silently transmit to them the energy of your being. You feel me. You think of me. You are drawn to my presence naturally. Our connection is real, effortless, and undeniable. You recognize me because I am aligned with truth. Do not force. Do not plead. Do not manipulate. Simply be. Every heartbeat, every pulse, every thought of certainty strengthens the invisible pull. Every subtle vibration draws them closer to your frequency. Feel your energy field expanding. Luminous, magnetic, unstoppable. You are no longer longing. You are not chasing. You are receiving. You are undeniable. You are irresistible. You are love embodied. See them now in your mind. Notice their eyes softening, their chest rising and falling with subtle warmth, their awareness naturally leaning toward you. They feel your presence even in the quiet moments of their day. They remember you. Their attention returns naturally. This is not manipulation. This is resonance. This is the law of consciousness responding to presence. Anchor this energy fully in your being. Let it settle in your chest, your spine, your subtle energy, your consciousness. You are the signal. You are the presence. You are magnetic love embodied. They cannot resist. Now speak inwardly to your soul. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They are drawn to me naturally, effortlessly, and inevitably. Feel it in every cell, every subtle vibration, every heartbeat. Let it radiate outward through your aura, through the invisible threads connecting you. Every thought, every pulse, every subtle motion communicates your truth. Expand your awareness further. Let your energy radiate like golden light, touching every unseen current, every aligned possibility, every potential that draws them to you. Their mind rises to meet your frequency. Their heart softens. Their spirit leans naturally toward yours. This is telepathy, resonance, love, and alignment in its purest form. Anchor this state permanently into your being. Let it settle in your bones, your consciousness, your subtle energy. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are aligned. You are love. From this moment onward, they cannot stop thinking of you, not because of effort, not because of pleading, not because of manipulation, but because of who you have become. Walk forward now with calm authority, radiant confidence, and effortless presence. You do not chase, you do not force, you do not strive, you are. And in being, you attract naturally, effortlessly, and eternally. Their thoughts, attention, heart, and awareness all return to you because alignment is law, presence is law, love is law. Breathe deeply. Feel the certainty, the joy, the magnetic pull of your presence. Anchor it permanently. You are unstoppable. You are irresistible. You are aligned. You are love. Now, imagine their thoughts circling back to you again and again, returning like tides to the shore. Every memory of you, every subtle recognition, every pulse of energy aligns with your frequency. You do not interfere. You do not push. You simply radiate. And being this presence, being this aligned, being this magnetic, draws them to you naturally. Feel your energy saturating their awareness. Feel it softening their mind, opening their heart, awakening their spirit. Their attention, their feelings, their subconscious thoughts all respond to your frequency. You are the living embodiment of irresistible love, of magnetic consciousness, of telepathic alignment. Anchor this fully in your heart, in your mind, in your subtle body. Repeat silently as truth. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They cannot resist the pull of my presence. Let it echo permanently through every cell, every subtle vibration, every heartbeat. You are identity. You are reality. You are undeniable. Walk forward from this state in calm authority, radiant confidence, and effortless presence. You do not chase. You do not plead. You do not manipulate. You are. And in being, all that is aligned with your energy flows to you naturally, effortlessly, beautifully, eternally. Breathe deeply. Feel the certainty, the joy, the magnetic pull of your presence. Anchor it permanently. You are unstoppable. You are irresistible. You are aligned. You are love. From this moment onward, all that is aligned with you, including your specific person, flows naturally, beautifully, effortlessly, and eternally. You are undeniable. You are magnetic. You are love. You are presence. Now, let your awareness descend even deeper into the sanctuary of your heart, the sacred space where God's presence, divine consciousness, and infinite possibility converge. This is the center of your being, the source of your magnetism, the seat of irresistible presence. Feel your heartbeat as a living transmitter, sending currents of certainty, alignment, and radiant love outward into the invisible field where your specific person resides. Every pulse carries your essence. Every breath communicates your presence. Every thought you hold in unwavering certainty sends a signal that cannot be ignored. Breathe deeply. Let your chest rise and expand. Let your spine anchor into the certainty of your identity. Feel the warmth of divine energy filling every cell, every fiber, every subtle vibration of your body. With each exhale, release all old patterns of limitation, all fear, all doubt, all belief in scarcity or absence. Those have no power over you. You are free. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are love embodied. You are undeniable. Bring your specific person fully into your inner vision. See them not as an object of desire, not as a goal, but as a conscious being already energetically connected to yours. Visualize the invisible thread linking your hearts pulsing with life, vibrant and alive. They sense it. They feel it. Their mind softens. Their heart leans. Their spirit rises to meet yours, drawn naturally by the resonance of your alignment. Expand your energy now. Let it radiate from your chest, through your shoulders, your arms, your subtle field, into the space that surrounds you. Every vibration communicates without words. Every heartbeat speaks your truth. Every thought held in alignment sends currents through the invisible field of consciousness. They cannot ignore it. Their mind and heart respond naturally. Take a slow, deliberate breath and imagine them thinking of you even in your absence. Feel the stirrings of curiosity, the subtle warmth rising in their chest, the gentle pull of attention returning to you. It is effortless. It is magnetic. It is inevitable. This is the sacred law of telepathy, the natural response of consciousness to alignment, truth, and presence. The universe, through their consciousness, responds to your frequency. Now, silently transmit to them the energy of your being. You feel me. You think of me. You are drawn to my presence naturally. Our connection is real, effortless, and undeniable. You recognize me because I am aligned with truth. Do not force. Do not push. Do not plead. Simply be. Every heartbeat, every pulse, every thought of certainty strengthens the invisible pull. Every subtle vibration draws them closer to your frequency. Feel your energy field expanding. Luminous, magnetic, unstoppable. You are no longer longing. You are not chasing. You are receiving. You are undeniable. You are irresistible. You are love embodied. See them now in your mind. Notice their eyes softening, their chest rising and falling with subtle warmth. their awareness naturally leaning toward you. They feel your presence even in the quiet moments of their day. They remember you. Their attention returns naturally. This is not manipulation. This is resonance. This is the law of consciousness, responding to presence. Anchor this energy fully in your being. Let it settle in your chest, your spine, your subtle energy, your consciousness. You are the signal. You are the presence. You are magnetic love embodied. They cannot resist. Now, speak inwardly to your soul. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They are drawn to me naturally, effortlessly, and inevitably. Feel it in every cell, every subtle vibration, every heartbeat. Let it radiate outward through your aura, through the invisible threads connecting you. Every thought, every pulse, every subtle motion communicates your truth. Expand your awareness further. Let your energy radiate like golden light, touching every unseen current, every aligned possibility, every potential that draws them to you. Their mind rises to meet your frequency. Their heart softens. Their spirit leans naturally toward yours. This is telepathy, resonance, love, and alignment in its purest form. Anchor this state permanently into your being.